Hello, Formula One fans. Someone's already in trouble. They barely signed the contract and got an unfriendly warning. Could the new F1 journey be bumpier than expected? Some top names in the paddock are already skeptical, and the reasons are surprising. And there's more. Here comes Austin. The Red Bull camp is gearing up for something big, but it looks like even Verstappen isn't fully convinced. What does this new upgrade promise? Will it be a game changer or just another issue for the team? F1 news is on fire right now, so don't waste time. Subscribe to the channel and stay on top of all the latest updates. Just hit that subscribe button below the video. It's quick, free, and doesn't require any sign up. Welcome to F1 Fastline News, your daily source for Formula One news. Let's get straight to the point. Today we're diving into a topic that's shaking up the F1 paddock: Carlos Sainz's move to Williams in 2025 and the challenges he's set to face. That's right. Former Haas team principal Günther Steiner wasted no time sharing some strong opinions on this switch and already sent out a clear warning to the Spanish driver. Sainz's signing with Williams was confirmed during the F1 summer break. The Spaniard, who will be replaced by Lewis Hamilton at Ferrari next year, is stepping into a team in the midst of a major rebuild. Although he's an experienced driver with a solid track record, Sainz won't have an easy time there. Steiner, known for his no-nonsense style, made it clear that Sainz could face some serious internal pressure at Williams. According to him, Sainz needs to keep an eye on Franco Colapinto, a young talent who has already made his mark in his few F1 appearances. During a guest spot on the Red Flags podcast, Steiner highlighted Sainz's importance, but also sounded a warning about Colapinto's rise. The Argentinian, who temporarily filled in for Logan Sargent, caught everyone's attention with a daring move right on the first lap of the Singapore Grand Prix. His performance was so impressive that he's already being seen as a strong candidate for a permanent seat on the team. And here's where I leave you with a question. Does Sainz really have a guaranteed spot at Williams? Think about it. We're talking about a team that's seeking to balance experience with long-term growth potential. And honestly, this is where things could get tricky for Carlos. Franco Colapinto might be the missing piece of this puzzle. Williams has shown in the past that they're not afraid to bet on young drivers, especially when the more seasoned option isn't delivering the expected results. Steiner was straightforward in saying that if next year Carlos is performing at the same level as Alex Albon, but Colapinto continues to improve, Williams will have a tough decision to make. He pointed out that Colapinto is 10 years younger and costs the team significantly less. In other words, if Colapinto keeps delivering like he did in Singapore, Sainz's future could be at risk. However, we can't forget that Sainz's experience is not something you can easily replace. A driver of his caliber brings a lot to the table, both on and off the track. The wealth of knowledge he's accumulated over years with teams like Renault, McLaren, and Ferrari is something that can add great value to any team looking for stability and consistent results. Plus, his ability to help develop the car is a point that can't be overlooked. But is that enough to withstand potential pressure from a young talent like Colapinto? That's exactly what Steiner emphasized. To him, Colapinto's natural talent is already undeniable. Even with a few slip-ups in his first races, the Argentinian managed to bounce back quickly, showing not only speed but also maturity and resilience. And more, he's already on the radar of several other teams. Steiner was clear in saying that Williams won't want to keep such a promising driver on the sidelines for long, especially if teams like Audi start to show interest. And here's the real question. Will Williams go all in on Sainz, or will they give in to the appeal of a youngster who clearly has the potential to be a star in the future? Remember, when it comes to Formula One, team decisions are based on performance, but also on market potential and cost effectiveness. Sainz can bring stability and solid car development, but Colapinto, with a cheaper contract and emerging talent, could be the key to a competitive Williams in the long run. Steiner also noted that James Vowles, Williams' team principal, should be proud of discovering Colapinto. However, he didn't hold back on a little jab, saying that Vowles should have made that discovery 3 months earlier. It's a criticism that, in Steiner's view, reflects Williams' need to be proactive and capitalize on opportunities in the driver market. In the end, Sainz's arrival brings many immediate benefits to Williams, especially in terms of marketing and experience. But the real question is, how long will that be enough? If Colapinto keeps delivering, will we see Sainz buckle under the pressure from a rookie? Shifting gears, let's dive into something that's been grabbing everyone's attention lately: Max Verstappen's performance and the tricky situation Red Bull's facing with the RB20. For those following the season closely, it's no surprise that Verstappen hasn't been able to get the most out of the RB20 lately. Despite a strong start with some dominant wins, the car's performance has dropped significantly, and Max hasn't seen a win in 8 races. So what's going on at Red Bull? According to Helmut Marko, the problem lies within the car's operating window. Basically, the RB20 has become super sensitive to even the slightest changes in track conditions, which is messing with its balance. To break it down, Marko explained that the biggest issue is the RB20's inconsistent behavior. The car is flipping between understeer and oversteer unpredictably, making it tough for Verstappen to push it to its limits. And if you know Max, you know he loves pushing the car to the edge, squeezing every millisecond out of it. But with an unpredictable car, that's almost impossible. So the big question is, can Red Bull fix these issues in time? With the United States Grand Prix in Austin coming up, the team is already working on updates that aim to expand the RB20's operating window and give Verstappen a more balanced and predictable car. According to Marko, the first changes tested in Singapore showed positive signs, but the real test will be at the Circuit of the Americas. But are these updates going to be enough to save the rest of the season? Red Bull is already 41 points behind McLaren in the Constructors' Championship. And while Verstappen still holds a 52-point lead over Lando Norris in the drivers' standings, it's clear the team needs a turnaround fast. Here's where things get interesting. Is Red Bull really ready to deliver what Max needs? Marko said that with a balanced car, Verstappen would once again be in a league of his own. But will these adjustments give the Dutchman the confidence to attack every corner and every lap like he did at the start of the season? The truth is, if Red Bull can't get these issues sorted, we might see a growing tension between Verstappen and the team itself. A driver like Max doesn't like losing. And even more so, he hates being held back by a car that doesn't meet his standards. We've seen this frustration play out in recent races. Max visibly pushing the car to its limits, only for it to let him down. Marko was very clear about what needs to be done. He emphasized that the car needs to be fast and, more importantly, operate effectively across a broader range of conditions. Because right now, with the current RB20, even a slight change on track or in car settings can throw the whole balance out the window. And let's be honest, a car like that isn't what a 3-time world champion needs to show his full potential. But credit where credit's due, Red Bull has recognized the problem and is working hard to solve it. The question that remains is, will Red Bull deliver a competitive car in time to secure the Constructors' Championship and finish the season strong? Our next stop is Austin, a circuit that should, in theory, suit the RB20's characteristics better. If the updates work, we could see a much more comfortable Verstappen and, who knows, maybe a return to his early season dominance. But if the issues persist, we might be in for a much more balanced and unpredictable end to the season than we anticipated. So, what do you think? Will Red Bull nail it with these updates? Will Max get back to winning ways this year? And what about Sainz? Will he manage to solidify his place at Williams? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'm eager to hear what you have to say. And if you're not subscribed to the channel yet, what are you waiting for? Here, we cover Formula One without any fluff, with strong opinions and loads of info. Hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, and join this passionate F1 community. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and share it with your fellow Formula One fanatics. Let's grow this F1 community together. See you next time, speeding towards victory.